Welcome back to the channel. We're back with another position ranking at the end of inning number 2 here. Uh, Starting off, number 10, we have Johnny Cueto. He's got no stat that really jumps out at you off the bat, and he's good, but he's not great. He's got a sinker, cutter, slider, but um, doesn't have any quirks, and for a free card, he's good, but doesn't have the upper end velo that you need to see out of a starter. Good pitch mix, doesn't throw as hard. Might not. He might be really good for you, might be really bad, but I don't think I could put him any higher on this list solely because that velo is a bit low. Plus, if no pitch really stands out, like doesn't have a pitch with fantastic break or like incredible control, he's just well rounded. But for that reason, I put him at number 10. Can't really go any higher. I don't think there's anyone really to overtake him on this list. Number 9, we have Bob Gibson. He throws the ball hard, very hard. He doesn't have outlier, though, but he's still really good. Fastball, slider, sinker, the curve and changeup as well. He's a great fielding pitcher. That velo's crazy good. He's got better control than Johnny Cueto as well, especially on those main two pitches, and those two pitches you're going to be using most of the time, as well as that sinker, and those are his best pitches. So that's, I mean, his hits per nine is high, his clutch is even higher. He just lacks the Ks per nine, which is probably not good because he's primarily a strikeout pitcher. But that changeup plays really well off the fastball and off that sinker. The curve, if he had a cutter instead of that curve, or a cutter even instead of the fastball, he'd be a top 4 or 5 pitcher in the game. But he doesn't have that. He has a curve. So he's really only kind of a 4 pitch guy, and fastballs aren't used that much. So he's like a 3.5 pitch guy, which is why he can't be higher. But he's those 3 pitches is probably one of the best 3 pitch mixes for starters, at least in the game. Number 8, I have Jacob deGrom. I believe he has outlier. He does. So he's got outlier, fastball, maxed out velo, good break. Control is not the best, but fastball, slider, changeup, slurve, and a two-seam that kind of works like a sinker. And his attributes are all really good across the board. The only reason he's higher than Bob Gibson is because of that outlier on his fastball. It's a lot more useful to be throwing 103 with a fastball than it is to be throwing 100, especially in this game where timing's everything. He's just overall well-rounded, great velo. Him and Bob Gibson can be interchangeable. Personally, I have deGrom just a little bit higher. At number 7, where is he? There he is. Satchel Paige. He might be a little bit high on this list, to be honest, but I believe he's got outlier. He does. So, outlier on that fastball. Plus, he's got a sinker, slider, curve, and screwball, but the curve is incredibly slow. The screwball's slow. His control is not good on most of his pitches, but the break is crazy good. Max out break, max out velo. Plus high stamina, you can pitch him more. And really high clutch, high homers per nine. Doesn't have the Ks per nine, but the mix, the speed differential between every pitch is incredible. And the screwball and the curve are insanely hard to hit. I've faced him a couple times. He's really hard to hit. But the only downside is some people hit Satchel Paige really, really well, which is why I can't really move him any higher. But he is a fantastic pitcher, especially for one that was just in the program, the multiplayer program. So for basically a free card, he's incredibly good. Number 6, I have Dustin May. And it's not because of the pitches. He has a funky arm slot. Crazy. He's so hard to pick up. He has outlier on that sinker. But his sinker doesn't have maxed out velo. Okay. But Sinker, cutter, sweeper, fastball, circle change is pretty much a perfect pitch mix, if you ask me. And maxed out velo, maxed out break. Control is good on all of his pitches. Break is really good on his sinker and is good on all his other pitches as well. Throws the ball hard. Funky arm slot puts him higher on this list. He's got a really high pitching clutch as well, which puts him over the top, in my opinion. Mainly just the arm slot, but I have him at number 6. Number 5 is Jordan Zimmerman. Uh, doesn't have the best mix. Doesn't have out. He doesn't have great quirks. I don't think, but good velo, great break. Fastball, slider, curve, changeup, sinker mix is still a good mix. It's probably one of the better mixes. We'll see. And great control on that, max out control on the slider, great control on the fastball. So on those upper difficulties, that slider is going to be crazy hard to hit, and max out break in the slider. So basically a perfect pitch from the slider. But the other pitches aren't great. Um, Plus, I haven't faced him, so I don't know how good he is. But on paper, the attributes are good, and the pitch mix is good, and really high hits per nine because he's a no-hitter card, obviously. Makes him one of the better pitchers in the game. I think that's the highest hits per nine of a starter. Um, but he's at number 5. But at number 4, I have Fernando Valenzuela. The mix, some people cannot touch this card at all. There are players you play who cannot touch him. There are players you play who will hit 8 homers off of him. But really high stamina, really high hits and Ks per 9, and max out break, and good pitching clutch as well. He's got good control on that screwball, a great break on all of his pitches. Doesn't throw hard, but that if you just continually use that screwball curve and change up, that fastball's fast enough to blow by some bats because all those other pitches are so nasty, they're so hard to hit, they're so slow. That fastball's such a useful pitch. Wish he had another pitch. Can't put him any higher because he doesn't have that pitch, but he's still at number 4. He's a really good option, but you have to collect the Dodgers for him, so he's just not cheap whatsoever. Number 3 is John Donaldson. Of course, he's got the outlier slider and the outlier fastball. Slider, fastball, slider, forkball, and sinker mix. Doesn't have good control on any of them. Break is good on most of his pitches as well, and he's a great fielder. He can also hit a little bit, but that's not really his part, you know. He's got none of his attributes really jump out, but a 97 mile an hour slider that's got 92 break is crazy hard to hit. The sinker is good. The fastball is crazy good. The forkball, after you're facing him throwing that 97 slider and that 102, 103 fastball, you get an 80 mile an hour forkball. It's insanely hard to hit. It's almost impossible to hit this card. The only reason I don't have him higher is because he doesn't have any. He's got the slider, of course, but doesn't really have that pitch where you can continuously throw. And it's like, I know this is going to get out 100% of the time because the control's not there. Like, you'd be like, okay, I want the forkball down, but it's just such a big par, you might hang that. And it's probably the main reason I'm at 3. But he is an argument for number 2 because then number 2 is Randy Johnson. But I have Randy Johnson over. The fastball, slider, splitter, slurve, I think works better with Randy than the pitch mix that John Donaldson has. Plus the 2-seam. He's got outlier on his fastball as well. Max out velo, maxed out break. Not good control. But max break on the slider. Probably puts him over the top here, in my opinion. And 110 stamina, you can use him more. Great clutch, great hits per 9. A lot better than John Donaldson's. It's the reason I have him higher. It's just he's prone to walk a little, a lot of batters, but he's just so nasty. He's so hard to hit. So I have him number 2. But number 1 is, of course, second straight time in a row, Roger Clemens. Not really an explanation needed. Fastball, slider, curve, sinker with outlier on that fastball. Max velo, max break. 110 pitching clutch, 118 stamina, 103 hits per 9. good control on all those pitches, great break on especially the top 3 pitches, and the speed differentials are great. Um, there's no explanation needed here. He's the best pitcher in the game, and yeah, that does it for the starting pitching rankings. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like if you want to see more like this. Subscribe and leave a comment if you want to see if you would have changed anything. Because I know these lists aren't really like stat based; they're kind of opinion based as well. So if you guys like someone, let me know. I might include them in the next one. Um, maybe not. There's going to be a lot more cards coming out. But let me know what you would change, who you like more, who you don't like as much. And catch you guys in the next video.